Things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, a squad looking to put on a show. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Justin Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
Just like the last league.
And the Dukes will put two together and we'll get started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams...
Gashing the knee on the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Might as well give it to him again. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Going with the ground game left. Good. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Good block this game. We'll be over about the same thing. We're going to send it more from less to quick.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Hard running there. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down? Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Got some room in under the goal line. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
How about that when they started a game? They didn't even attempt to throw. They just ran it meticulously down the field, and that guy caps off a beautiful start to this game with a touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So James Madison's offense will go to work for the first time today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup. It's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew what they were going to be facing. Two guys we know are going to play at the next level, but I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Rides to back and
Good
leaves.
shit, boy.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And man, that's a great job by this defense, using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
The Dukes will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. They'll go back to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will?
Defense to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming.
He wants to take the top off. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot.
More pass to the
Flag is down. We'll see if it costs this offense here. To throw, it's Rossi. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage, they're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. The 28. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Headed to the end zone. And it's in for a touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Some positivity, coach, man. Already.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
But, you know, some people don't have patience, so.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and
We're gonna move forward. It's a better thing.
find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finds Zach Reese, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Dukes want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Everett. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
The Dukes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Slings it downfield. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open, to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Trying play action. Unloads it left.
Oh.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Looking to throw, it's Rossi. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Looking at something new, you know what I mean? That will be some blame.
This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll run play action. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit of time.
Better than not down, Salisbury kickers on the other.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, he's got some space.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Dukes in the hurry up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
There he goes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Dukes are moving quickly down the field.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Dukes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down.
Yes, sir.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
The defense on
the Dukes decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pick up for 4.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
I'm not sorry, bro. Hold.
A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Off play action. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch.
What's wrong?
He'll get up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. On the run, it's Suggs. Got enough for the first. At the 45 on its way. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second, and he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Pitt looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up 14 over Toledo. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17.
Okay.
He'll keep it himself. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Dukes are in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Everett. Oh, they're after him! And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The Dudes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Got it in the middle, it's Prime. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hands, it's Wade. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach. You know, and the second one, usually he takes management.
And you want to talk about game tackling, everybody on the defense under the ball. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
Yeah, it's done incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Look out, he's got room. Oh, he got loose. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Dudes complete the second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Dudes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the 1st down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
They needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game. And they needed some positive momentum. Something going on. Something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Rossi. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say that limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a said. Let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his spot. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Oh, better look out! Brings into the open. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. The run to the left. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throw runs, and this play caller is still asking for